Hi, everyone. Welcome to Facebook Live session today. We're excited that you're here to learn about bats to cats, and we'll get started shortly. So my name is Iraida Garcia. I am a transfer coordinator here at Austin Community College, and we're here with Katelyn Haygood. Say hi, Katelyn.
Hello.
Katelyn is a Bats to Cats student, and she's here to support us in learning a little bit more about the student experience. But Bats to Cats is incredibly close to my heart because I am a first-generation college graduate. So I've been helping students in the Austin area navigate post-secondary pathways since 2021, and I've had the privilege to work with Bats to Cats for the past year. If you're looking for a seamless and affordable way to get started on your bachelor's degree, you are in the right place. So as we move along, feel free to ask any questions and we will address them at the end. But what exactly is Bats to Cats? So to keep it short, Bats to Cats is a transfer partnership program with Austin Community College and Texas State University. We work hand in hand with the Texas State Admissions Office to help students get to Texas State University in a seamless way. And so students go from being an Austin Community College Riverbat to a Texas State Bobcat, hopefully in a very like I said, seamless way. So when you join the program, a couple of benefits that you can expect are that you have a free application to Texas State. Typically for our transfer students, this is $75. So this is a big savings for our students. Students will receive a guaranteed financial award as long as they are in the program. And this is to help a little bit in that transition from ACC tuition costs to Texas State tuition costs. Additionally, the most valuable thing for me, I think, is that students have program pathways planned out to help them guide that course planning that they need to do with their academic advisors. And so this guarantees that all the classes you take at ACC are going to apply to the degree plan at Texas State that you're looking to graduate in. And so this means that you are not wasting any time or money while you're at ACC. Now, you don't have to take my word for it. It is my pleasure to introduce our Bats to Cats student, Katelyn. Katelyn is a psychology student at ACC, and she will be transferring to Texas State to earn a BA in psychology. Clayton, thank you so much for joining us today. Why don't you start by telling us about your journey as an ACC student and why you chose to be in Bats to Cats?
Yeah, thank you for having me, Iraida. So I started at ACC right after high school, and I was just kind of just doing my own thing. It's like going to class, going home, and then after a couple semesters, I wanted to be more involved on campus because I would just leave, go home. So I became like a campus ambassador, and through that, I actually found out more about the Bats to Cats program, and I signed up for a tour at Texas State, and it was just a really great program because there's no fee. It felt meant to be because I'm still figuring things out, and um, it just popped up like it was saving me time, saving me money, and it's helping me continue my education. So I'm really excited to transfer with Bats to Cats.
We're excited to have you. I'm so glad you joined. Now, thanks for sharing that, Caitlin. Um,
Mhm.
if you want to join Caitlin as a Bats to Cats student and start your transfer journey, I welcome you to join any upcoming info sessions that we have. We have one on June 10th as well as June 24th. Info sessions allow students to ask questions about maybe something specific to their pathway, and we'll get a little bit more into the benefits, that transfer award that I talked about, as well as the process of what it's like, right, Caitlin? You can speak to when you joined and then the things that you had to do afterwards. If students are ready to join, what I recommend is submitting the declaration form. The deadline is July 1st of 2026. The declaration form replaces the need to submit an application. So like Kaylin said, she's saving on those application fees. Now that form is how you enter the program, and also it is the application that you would typically send to Texas State. So no need to submit on Apply Texas or Common App. All of this information can be found on our Bats to Cats program details page, which will be posted on our screen here shortly. Now, if we have any questions from any viewers, now is the time. Okay, so we don't have any questions just yet, but Caitlin, are there any questions that maybe would help you as a student before you started Bats to Cats?
Yeah, I think when I first joined the program, I was a little confused in knowing if I do the 2 years at ACC, if I still have to do 4 years at Texas State, or if it's just 2 years.
Yeah. So Bats Cats has program pathways, which I mentioned earlier. They plan out the full associate degree program. And so
Mhm.
that all the classes you take right transfer to Texas State. Typically, you would take 4 years at Texas State, but as a transfer student, if you have, those 60 to 72 hours, those will fulfill the first 2 years. And so hopefully when you transfer, you only have to do another 2 years or 4 academic semesters. Just depending on right how many classes you take per semester, all of that stuff.
Mhm.
Good question.
Yes. And also, what if I'm already an ACC student? Can I still apply to the Bats to Cats program?
Yes, absolutely. Actually, one of our
Mhm.
requirements is that you are an ACC student. And so that is the first step. Talk to your advisor, ask them more about Bats to Cats if your major is included, and then
Mhm.
signing up by doing the declaration form. So that's it. First step, become an ACC student.
Perfect. That's good to know.
Okay, so it looks like we do have a question. Somebody said that they recently submitted their declaration form to join Bats to Cats. Welcome to Bats to Cats. We're so happy you joined. And they chose social work. Now, something to do with our form has a couple of issues. And one of them is that it is associated with your original ACC student account. So maybe when you joined ACC, you were majoring in something different than you are now. And so that's partly the reason for that mismatch. We have a team of individuals who look over all your applications and help resolve all of that. So you will, if everything is matching, we will just push your application forward and we'll send it to Texas State. If there's anything you need to do, we will email you and let you know of action that needs to be taken. But great question, and thank you for submitting the form. If you have any more questions, you can reach out to the Bats to Cats at austincc.edu. Any more questions? No further questions. Okay. Caitlin, are there any other questions before we close off today?
Yeah, I have one more question. So if I join Bats to Cats, I'm guaranteed admission to Texas State, right?
No, actually. So, if you
Mhm.
are eligible for Bats to Cats, you are guaranteed a spot in our Bats to Cats transfer program. And so that means
Mhm.
that you have access to all the benefits, right? You'll get the free application, our transfer award, free tickets to select Texas State athletic events, and any campus events that we may have. We may be like doing some de-stress events for finals or things like that. But when it comes to transfer, the semester before you transfer, Texas State will evaluate your college transcripts. And so they'll look at transcripts from all the institutions you might have attended, ACC included. And if you meet those GPA requirements, then you are accepted. The GPA requirements for students who are 15 to 29 credit hours is a 2.5. And then if you have more than that, 30 plus, then you need a 2.25. So that's something to really keep in mind is that Bats to Cats isn't a guaranteed transfer, but we are here to support and help give you that information, right? Great
Mhm.
questions.
Yes.
Now, if there are any more questions or concerns, who should students talk to? I think it's really important that you connect with our ACC Transfer Services Department. We have transfer specialists that can help you navigate the transfer process. So even if it's not Bats to Cats and it's another institution or anything like that, we are happy to help you through that. Additionally, academic advisors at ACC are really helpful. They can help you plan your classes, but they can also help guide what you major in, what you should be focusing on in those first couple of semesters. And then lastly, our Bats to Cats team. So we have a couple of individuals who are here to support you. We go to campuses and we meet students. We can also meet with you virtually and help you just figure out what you should be doing next, a part of Bats to Cats. Okay, that seems to be all for today, but we really appreciate your presence here and learning about Bats to Cats. Katelyn, thank you so much for taking the time to talk about your experience. Katelyn,
Yes.
is there anything that you want to leave students with? Any recommendations?
Yeah, I just want to say to just take the initiative to go and get out of your comfort zone, go talk to people because there's a lot of opportunities. So don't be scared. There's a lot of people there wanting to help you.
Okay,
So yeah,
thank you.
thank
Yes, we're here to help
you.
everyone.